guys, welcome to Kiefer and his Gold Pride deck profile. He just went 4-0 at locals, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm wondering, what was your matchups?
So the matchups I had were they were super heavy.
Mm-hmm.
They were Kashtira.
Yeah.
They were purely,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty sure it was super heavy again. So two super heavy,
Mm-hmm.
purely and Kashtira.
Okay. From the matchups, do you remember what would be like probably you would say the hardest thing to work through on one matchup that stuck out the most?
I would say Kashtira. Just still Macrocosmos and Dryden is it's hard to beat sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the bandless there hitting it a bit, it's still a decently strong deck. So.
Well, nice. Well, before we get into your deck profile, any shout outs or anything?
I gotta be to the Gary Moto crew there.
Gary Moto gang, represent. All right. And then we'll start flying through here.
Right. Do you want them like that? Or?
We'll just, honestly, you can set them like boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Starting off with the punk stuff, it's pretty standard. It's 3 Foxy.
3 Foxy.
3 Zeoman. And then 1 Deer and 1 each of the small ones. So 1 Logon, 1 Madame, and 1 Shirakusai.
Nice.
Yep. If you wanted to, you could play more Deer Note and more Shirakusai, but I don't fear anything, so. Yeah, so we'll leave the punk stuff there. Next is the Gold Pride stuff, and I play a little bit different than standard ratios. I play 3 Leon, 3 Carry, and then I play 2 Nitro Head and 1 Roller Baller.
Okay.
The reason why I go for 2 Nitro Head instead of Roller Baller is even though Pinballer is an extremely strong card, how I sort of play the deck is I play it more so of you have 1 big combo, do that combo, don't try and control out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You go all in all the time.
Nice.
Next we have Hand Traps. It's 3 Ash, and then 1 Ghost Ogre because it's searchable.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we'll move on to the spells here. For the spells, we have 3 Emergency Teleport. Still an extremely strong card, no matter how you look at it. It's 3 Better Luck Next Time. Tenki that burns, gets your Gold Pride stuff rolling. Always going to be good.
Nice.
We have 2 Triple Tactics Talent.
A staple. Mandatory.
Yes, sir. Next, we have 1 Extreme Session. We have 1 Crowd Goes Wild.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have 1 Upstart Goblin.
Yeah, doesn't even count as a card.
No, sir. So it's really good in Gold Pride. It gets all your Gold Pride stuff rolling. You get the extra draw as well. So, yeah.
Nice.
Now that Droll is kind of fallen out of favor even just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's probably auto-include in Gold Pride from going forward. Next, for board breakers, we have
Evenly.
Triple Evenly. Evenly is probably the best board breaker this format. Not a lot of decks are making Omni Negates nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So Evenly is always going to get you there, pretty much. Then we have 2 of your Gold Pride traps. Start your engines. Not once per turn. Special 1 from deck. Destroy monster.
Nice.
And then we have Dangerous Gabu to get back the life points, because there are some lines in the deck that you go down to less than 1,000.
Yeah.
Or you get around that 2,000 mark, which can be hard. It's also a negate.
Yeah.
A monster negate. So
nice.
There's that.
Well, let's get into that extra deck.
Yeah. So for the extra deck there, we have, starting off with the Link monsters, we have 1 Underworld Goddess and 1 Nitro Blaster. You don't really go into them that often. The reason why you play them is because Nitro Blaster is your out to Baguska, and Underworld Goddess is your out to the Psychic End Punisher in the mirror match. Just because if you're going into the mirror match, it's almost always whoever goes first is going to have their life points lower, so it's going to be a lot harder to actually get started.
Mhm.
So if they have Psychic End on board, go into Underworld Goddess, you can out one of them and then hopefully get by from there. For the fusions, we have one Rising Carp and one Pinballer. You really only need one of each of the Gold Pride extra deck monsters because they return each time they use their effect. They draw you a card off of the Better Luck next time when they return. So it's both strong cards. Pinballer is probably what you end up using last in your Gold Pride stuff, just because.
Yeah. Well, who'd you get that gold baller?
I wanted. I got it off of Gary Moto himself there.
Hell yeah.
Next, we'll move on to the Xyz monsters. For the Xyz monsters, we have one Fortune Tune.
Okay.
We have one Chariot Carry. We have Downward Magician. Then we have Dingirsu and Zeus. So the reason why I play Dingirsu in this is because the deck has a really tough time struggling with things like Lightning Storm, Raigeki, Darkhold, all that. So you
board breaker stuff.
Yeah, board breakers. So you make Ding to, you can make Ding to kind of deter them from playing those board breakers or making them use something like a negate on top of the board breaker, so you're not losing out on completely everything. Next is the Synchros. We're playing one Starleon, one Dragon Jam, or Jam Dragon. We're playing one Croc the Dragon, and then we're playing one Amazing Dragon and two Psychic End Punishers.
Psychic End Punisher, man.
Yep. Psychic End's always been an extremely tough card to deal with in some decks, and usually the decks that have an out to it don't have an out to multiple. And he has been the star player of the deck since I've first brought it to locals, and he's been with me there since Difo. So really
I've lost to it.
All right, moving on to the side deck now. The side deck's more so still a work in progress. So expect it to, if you see me anywhere like at Gamescom Canada at the 23rd, 24th there, maybe expect it to be a little different. So starting off, we have one Thrust and one Harpies for Labyrinth. We have triple Solemn Judgment. Nice. Solemn's also a good card in this deck because it gets your life points lower. It stops a summon, stops a board breaker. Just strong card all around. We have triple Droll for stuff like the mirror match as well, and other decks like Branded, it hurts them a bit. They can't get their Albion in the end phase sort of things.
Yeah, they just can't add anything to hand. They can set it though.
Right. Yeah. Next we have triple Nib for obvious reasons.
Access code talkers.
Yep.
Links.
Keeps the combo decks in check. Then we have our assortment of kaijus. I was tempted to play Small World just because all the attributes are favorably lined up for all the large punks as well. So, for example, you can any punk is pretty much any kaiju because, for example, you could Madame into Ash into Lava Golem, or you could Madame into Carry into Gamma Seal, or just so on and so forth.
Well, perfect.
Yeah. So that's the deck.
Well, tune in next time.